my God, this is what was happening to me. And I didn't even freaking know this is what was happening to me. And it would be something that I had seen a long time ago. And I completely understood why it happened the way it happened.
This was a really, really fun movie. I had an absolute blast with it, but I'd love to know what made you want to be a part of it.
When I first read the script, I love thrillers. I grew up watching thrillers. Honestly, I would prefer thrillers over any and everything, especially psychological thrillers, because there's twists in the movie. And then it's a female-led thriller. I wasn't someone's, plus one. Like we were each other's plus, it was plus two all the time, like it was so much fun to lead that film with another woman. And it reminded me of the films that I grew up watching in the 90s.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I love strong females and having you guys be at the forefront of it. But what was your relationship like? Because in the movie, I mean, clearly she's not exactly thrilled with you hooking up with her husband. So, but like in real life, were you guys friends?
We just met on that film and fell in love with each other. Like it was such a breath of fresh air to be, you never know, I've been really blessed that I've had a great history of co-stars, but you just never know. And so when she came on, I was like, okay, I hope she likes me, which I have to grow out of. But I was like, I hope she likes me. And then immediately when I saw what her sense of humor was like, I'm like, oh, we're going to be great. And we were great. We had so much fun.
Oh, I love it. So what was it like getting into the mindset of like being the other woman? I mean, even though you didn't know he was married, like you're still the other woman.
Oh, that was like, I think the trickiest part. And I also think that's kind of what made me say yes to it, because I knew that I like conflict in the lives that I take. And so in the lives that I take on. And so I knew that in my Joe life, I would always have this conflict. I would always have this conflict of, to her, I'm the other woman, but I'm not, because this is the person that I love, that I believed loved me. I didn't know about her. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like my reality versus her reality. And my reality felt real. It felt authentic. There's experience. There's a lived life there. And obviously she had a lived life there. And so I knew that I would battle with that. I would battle with the shame. And then the biggest shame of it all, which is that I did still love him.
Right. You can be like, I hate you. Forget him,
I know. It'll be a totally different story, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. A totally different story if I still hated him, if I ended up hating him after I found out.
I know. Yeah, it would be completely different.
Would I have cared to even find his killer?
Right. Yeah, probably not. You'd be like, well, good riddance. See ya.
Exactly. Or would I have even cared that much about Sharon? Because I think also what added to my wanting to protect her was I knew that he loved her and that she deserved to be protected.
Yeah, it was like carrying on his protection of her. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
It was, and now I'm like, I got to go back and watch it again and add more layers to it.
I was just talking to someone about that, about like watching something one time with like this one context of it and then rewatching it again with another layer. Cause that's even as as an artist, like I was recently taught, I can do a conversation and at work and I could be influenced by, let's play my Joe life, by the fact that I lost my mom at a young age. That's one influence. So how does that impact how I deliver my dialogue? Or I could do it again where I'm influenced by the fact that he's married and I didn't know that. And I can keep doing the same conversation with different influences and it will always create a different conversation to a certain extent. It's the same way when you're watching a movie.
Yeah.
When I broke up with my boyfriend and finally broke up with him and I realized why I did, and I started watching stuff, I was like, oh my God, this is what was happening to me. And I didn't even freaking know this is what was happening to me. And it would be something that I had seen a long time ago. And I completely understood why it happened the way it happened.
It's so funny. No, but it's the same thing. Like for me, now that I have kids, I used to relate to the kid. And now I'm like, oh, I totally relate to the parents. I totally get why this parent did that,
Yeah, exactly.
It's so funny what time does and how little things change.
Little things. And that's also why I love watching kid movies.
Yeah.
I watched not Bugs Life, Ants with my niece the other day. And I was like, wow, first of all, this is a really good movie, and poor him, but also just a totally different story now.
It is. It's crazy. Everything changes. But back to this. So stunt wise though, you get to do some cool stunts in this one too.
So many cool stunts.
So did you do them?
You know what's funny? Yeah, I did a lot of them. And then Rocky did like the stuff that just absolutely was crazy where like we didn't want me to get hurt. But it was like pretty much our same stunt team from Batwoman. So I was already comfortable with them. They already knew my ability. We had a different stunt coordinator who was absolutely amazing as well. So we were able to really do a lot with the little bit of time we had. But more than anything, I have been going to the gun range a lot right before I went out there to film that, just because I enjoy going. But I was able to like bring forth like a lot of the stuff that I have been practicing at the gun range. So I was really excited about that.
That's so fun when you get to incorporate things you actually like really enjoy in your own life. So I was going to ask if it was the same stunt team from Batwoman, but it sounds like it was. But how did the stunts on Batwoman kind of prepare you for doing the stunts in this?
I think it kind of like, because it allows you to see what you're able to do. It allows you to see what maybe like your ego tries to do, but it's best to let the stunt double do it because it will look better, you know. Then it allows you to have fearlessness when it's like, we need you to do it because we need to see your face. Can you do it? And it's just like, yeah, I can. I've done it, you know? And then also it gives you like, I think that the stunt world, they have languages that they speak, you know, that if you're not a part of it, it sounds like literally a foreign language. And then the moment that you're a part of it, then you are able to like, oh yeah, quickly. Oh yeah, you want me to do this? You want to in and out. Just gotcha. You know, you want me to start, but you don't want me to go all the way. Yeah, I got it. When I first started, I was like, you want me to start? I'm confused.
Yeah, now you get the lingo.
Now I get it.
And then, well, also speaking of Batwoman, I mean, listen, DC is opening up this multiverse. We don't know what's going on. Would you come back as Batwoman?
100%. I love Batwoman.
I know you were so good in Batwoman. It was one of my favorite shows. I was very sad when they canceled it. I'm sure you.
Everything happens when it's supposed to happen. And I think that we had an amazing time. And if it's meant to be, it will come back when it's time.
It seems like it could. I mean, listen, just in the last Titans episode, they were pulling in all sorts of people. So fingers crossed. Yeah. Listen, multiverse is opening, so it could definitely happen.
Opening.
I love it so much. And then final question, what do you hope that people take away from Double Life?
Strong, badass women and a nice little twist, and just one of those films you could just sit on your couch and watch with your family too. You could watch it. And it's just good. Like I miss those movies. I miss the movies where there's a beginning, middle, and the end. No more. Like, I don't want to still be like this at the end. I don't like those movies, to be honest with you. Everyone else is like, oh, that was deep. What happened? So did he die or not? You know, like, I love sometimes when you just sum it up at the end.
Yeah, it's just like a period on the end. This is what happened.
What happened, period.
Exactly. I get it. I'm with you. Sometimes I don't want to think at the end of the movie. Like I want the movie to.
I don't want to think. Sometimes I watch these movies that are like epic movies, and then it's the end of the movie. And I'm like, I just sat here for 2.5 hours and you're not going to give me an ending? What the heck?
It's the worst. You got to wait for the next one.
It's not a next one because it's not even meant to be a next one. It's meant to make you think. I don't want to think. If I wanted to think, I wouldn't be putting on a movie.
Exactly. I'm with you. I totally get it. Well, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you.
Thank you.